What's up, y'all? It's your boy Zay, and I'm back with another video. Now, this time I'm going to be doing this topic. Now, I asked Chat GTP, right, or GPT, how is it when a monoracial person does something goofy on the internet, it goes viral, but a pretty light-skinned boy has to do something meaningful or fit that subordinate stereotype? And y'all know what I mean. And a lot of people, some will understand, some don't. But when I see a monoracial person do something, a black person or a white person that's average looking or Hispanic that's average look, the stuff goes viral. People make memes out of it. These people are, getting connections to streamers and these higher content creators and stuff like that. And I just noticed that. And if it's a mulatto guy, I know it's a lot of light-skinned mulatto guys that do go viral, but they have to fit a stereotype. No, this is what Chat GPT says. That's because the viral culture runs on narratives and pre-existing stereotypes, like I just said, not fairness. Now, when a monoracial person, especially from the majority group, does something, hold on, y'all, because I think I'm going to have to add more time. Yeah, I'm back. But it said whenever a monoracial person does something from a majority group, does something goofy, the audience sees it as harmless entertainment. They aren't burdened with the representing of a whole racial identity. They get the freedom to just be that funny guy or at that silly moment. But when a pretty light-skinned / mulatto guy is in the spotlight, a lot of people subconsciously run it through two biased filters: prove your worth or containment. Pretty light-skinned guys are often assumed to have their value only in their looks, so the public expects you to be extra talented, meaningful, or inspiration to be respected. So, like I said, prove your worth, you soft ass yellow pretty boy. Prove to me that you're worth something, because society thinks you're a bitch. And that's the mindset that a lot of people have. Now, yeah, so that's one, right? So it's basically like a prove yourself to be respected kind of thing, right? And that's where a lot of the light-skinned and mulatto guys end up going into this G Herbo, little baby category, the light-skinned mulatto hood nigga. Let's keep it going. Stereotype containment. If you're not doing something subordinate, funny but self-deprecating, non-threatening, over-sexualized, or acting like the playboy stereotype, that's the Drake and Chris Brown stereotype. So you notice those, they always go viral. It's always the tall, in shape, the playboy type of thing going on. That Drake and Chris Brown stereotype. If it's not that, then it has to be G Herbo or Little Baby. If you don't know who G Herbo and Little Baby are, G Herbo is light skinned. Little Baby looks kind of mulatto with his blue eyes and curly hair, but they're two rappers out of Chicago that was a part of that lifestyle. And it's just crazy. I see the light skinned guys either fit those two stereotypes. Either gotta be Chris Brown or G Herbo, Drake or Little Baby for mulatto men, and it's like you have to fit those stereotypes in order to be successful, right? Now, like I said, I know there's a decent amount of guys that fit that, those two stereotypes, but a lot of guys don't. A lot of guys are just themselves. They're not trying to fit in with some societal stereotype. Same thing with a black woman. If a black girl went on a job place and acted not ghetto and acted like a normal human being, then everybody would get offended and feel threatened because she's not fitting a stereotype. So that's another thing. I noticed that when you lack a racial identity, or people are confused about what you are, you have to prove yourself. Because people don't look and say, oh, there's a black Tyrone, or oh, there's a white boy Chad, or oh, there's a Pablo Hispanic. No, it's none of that. So that's what I'm saying. And shout out to the guys like G Herbo, Drake, Chris Brown, Little Baby and stuff like that, you know, for their success and stuff, but they put an image on us that people or society should expect the roles we should fit. And I feel like that ain't right. So, and it is true that you have to prove your worth and you have to fit a stereotype in order to do it as a light skinned mulatto guy. Moving forward, it says here it's the same reason goofy stuff from others can go viral without resistance, but a light skinned man doing something goofy can get brushed off as cringe or trying too hard, while deeper stereotype breaking content is scrutinized harder because it challenges what people have been conditioned to expect. Now, like I was saying, this stuff causes people to ignore you and stuff like that. Like for example, y'all seen that video with light skinned Monte dancing with the black guy and the white guy? You saw that went viral, right? Light skinned Monte is fitting the Playboy stereotype, so of course he's gonna go viral. He's fitting a stereotype. Now, I make a video like that, right? It's ignored, no likes, no nothing. And the shit got 800 views. Some of these shorts had over 1,000 views. I didn't get over 1,000 subscribers, over 1,000 likes or comments. But if I was a full identity monoracial person, average looking at that, or ugly, I would have had a gazillion views, followers, and content creators trying to promote me. And like I said, if you guys disagree, you disagree. If you agree, you agree. So that's what I'm saying. The reason why I put out messages for the Hodge twins, and like I said, y'all won't agree, but if I had to cuss these dudes out to go viral and put our people on, I will do it. Like I said, I will look out for y'all. I told y'all that. We have to make a support system and put each other on and stuff like that. Now, moving forward, I'm going to end this short. But yeah, I feel like us light-skinned mulatto guys will have to prove ourselves harder in order to be successful or get any kind of accomplishments that we want in life. But like I said, if you agree, you agree. If you disagree, you would disagree. You know, this only applies to certain people, and I guess it's the ones that's not fitting a stereotype. But Zay out.